Hi there, welcome to this video. So I will quickly be showing us how to create a bullet bar chart in Tableau. So what you need to do is to have two continuous variable and a dimension. You can actually see that specification in the show me bar. This is what it looks like, the bullet graph. You will see measure, dimension, and measure. So you need two measures, one in the detail, one in the column, and the dimension in the row. So let's just quickly do that. I have my calculated field for target orders, current year order, and the previous year order. So the aim of the chart is to show the target order that I want to achieve in this current year order. So I'm going to drag in my order states first into the dimension. So let me drag this into the rows. The other states is a dimension that I will be using is in discrete format. Then how will be bringing in my current year and the previous year order. Yeah, you can see that they're in discrete format. So I'll just quickly change that to continuous. I'll change this as well to continuous variable because it's in discrete order. So let's just quickly do that. And you can see that automatically it picked up the line bar because of the dates field I've used here. So I'm going to switch over to bar, and this is what I have in here. So I'll make this a dual axis to bring them together on the same axis. I will intentionally not synchronize this just for you to see the effects of not synchronizing your axis as we go on. Let's just switch to entire view, and I will limit it to just 2 dates. So I'll bring in my orders dates into the filters. I'll pick on years and select just the 2 years I need. So I'll bring this in, and I have 2020 and 2021, assuming that 2021 is the current year I need. Now the target here is also a calculated field, and this is what's in here. Just give me a calculation to bring in a new, okay, this is for previous year, which is 2020. My current year is 2021. So my target here is just a mere calculation to bring in a value for the two, which is addition of the current year and the previous year, out of the previous year, really. So if you do not have these fields in your data set, you will be needing a calculated field. And again, the aim is to show target like a scale. Bullet graph is like to replace gauge in Tableau, like a scale determinant. All right, so I'm going to bring in my target as a reference line. If you look at the show me, you will see that reference line in there. So I'm going to bring in it as a reference line. To add a reference line to this bar chart, you have to come to the axis and right click on it and click on add reference. So once that is done, you would see that you will be needing a line, either of the two of these ones, but I'll be picking a line. So I'll come to label or value, and I'll be choosing the value for my line chart. However, I do not have my target value in the line chart. So what I would do is to bring the target order into my details. I'll go to the whole because I have two charts here. I'll bring it into the details for the whole pane so that it can affect both bar charts. So when I come in here, I'm going to edit my line reference line. So you click on the line and edit it, and you have the reference line pane open. So I'll come in here and select the target order, and I'll choose some of it. So I'll click, you can decide to make it per cell or per pane. For now, leave it as per pane, and I'll say okay. Now I have my reference line here. If you want to edit your reference line, right click on it again and format it, not edit to change value, just format for color changing, thickness, and so on. Let's just put it maybe on purple just for illustration purposes. And I have it here as my reference line, and I will bring in my measure values into the text, but is in color, okay? Or however, I can just come into the text mark at the top here and just switch it on, and I'll make sure they are in the middle of the bar chart, and that's what we have. Cool. So If you hover this, you will see the sum of the target's value is 3,000. However, it seems as though my target for 2021 is met because on the reference line, and I have to 2000 and 2,342 as a value. How come is on 3,000? This is the effect of not synchronizing your axis, because I have two axes reading differently. This is on 2,000 and this is on 3,000. So to synchronize this will make it have the same tick marks, the start and end value. So how do I synchronize it? I'll just click on the axis and click on synchronize axis, and find I have the same marks and readings there. You can see now that it is appropriately measured. So I'm here to still meet that target, which is this one over here. So that's how to quickly plot in your bullet graph in Tableau. You can also decide to use the show me option. Let's just quickly clear this, just see the show me option, and you will edit appropriately. So when I clear this visualization, I can decide to select two measures and a dimension as told me here, as detailed here. So I'm just going to select the two measures and dimensions I need. However, I remember these are discrete, but let's just convert them to hold my command key and select this, and also select my orders dates. Those are the three fields I need, and I'm going to click on this and say choose for me. You can see that's chosen for me. All I need to do is to edit appropriately to what I want. I can decide to swap it this way. I can decide to make entire view. I can decide to add my filter into the order state, or into my order state into the filter, not the other way around. So where's my order state? I will do this and bring it and select the years I need, just I did with the previous one. We hit apply and say okay, and also put the necessary fields in the color pane. So yeah, that's a simple video for you to plot your bullet graph in Tableau. Thanks for watching.